I think I'm live now. Hello, hello. I hope that you guys have had a good Monday. It's been a little weird for me, but I am here. Hey, Sea Lake Journeys, how are you? Happy Monday. I always try to pull this up on my phone too, because sometimes I think it's easier to read the chats. um, how was your Monday? Yeah, happy Monday. Happy Monday. Well, last week, I ended up having a package to open up while we were talking from Carnival. My headband from the Carnival Conquest that Parker's on the Go was able to come to my rescue and send me, but before I knew that that was coming from them, I had reached out to Carnival. Great. How was my Monday? My Monday was a little chaotic. Work was difficult, but I survived that okay. Tomorrow we have like a big training thing at work, so it's going to be another strange day, but that's okay. It's Monday night now, so I'm talking to you guys. It's all good. Hey Keisha, how are you? Thanks for coming in. I appreciate it. I appreciate it. I started saying, and happy belated birthday to you, Keisha. I know I sent you birthday wishes, but hopefully you had a good weekend and enjoyed your birthday. So I was starting to say that last week I opened up the package that ended up being my Carnival headband that Parker's on the Go sent me since they were on the Carnival Conquest the very next week after I was, and or after we were all on it together. They did. I don't know if that's technically a back to back because there was like the weekend in between. Hello, LF McKinley. Thanks for coming in. Hope your Monday was good. Oh, good. Keisha says her birthday was wonderful. That's great. That is great. Now, do you just celebrate your day? You celebrate the week, you celebrate the month. You get a season. It's Keisha birthday season. Like, how long do you celebrate your birthday? So before I was able to, or before I thought to contact Siobhan because I knew she would be on the ship again and could get me that headband, I reached out to Carnival, of course, and said, "Hey, I was on the ship. I forgot to get this from the fun shop. Is there any way I can still get it?" And it took them a little while, but eventually I did get a response from them. Hello, Leonard Family Fun. How are you? Thanks for coming in. Hey Kim, how's it going? Happy Monday to you. I hope you had a good day. Um, yeah, so Carnival reached out. Chapter, hold on. Chapter 50 starts. Oh, January 15th for me, and I'll celebrate for the entire year. Awesome. Yes, you should. You should. Keep the party going. That's a good one. I think are you doing a cruise for that? Uh, I'm sorry. I know we've like run into each other in all kinds of chats, but I think you were doing something big, like a big trip for your birthday. I hope so. That sounds awesome. Keisha says I celebrate from June 22nd through July 31st, the whole Cancer season. Got it. I don't do that. Maybe I need to start doing that. Good idea. Yes, you gotta celebrate. Hey, Team Reach Travels, how are you? Kiki, are you on your way to your class? I was trying to find. CC Lake Journey says you gotta celebrate 50 with a cruise, Tanisha. So I hope that's what you're doing. My birthday was on the 20th, and I do the month as well. Yeah, I gotta like do the whole month. I think I'm jipping myself. No, my birthday was good. We celebrated, but The whole month, you say? Sounds good. Hey, Tuber Chat. Thanks for coming in. Word up. Hope your Monday was good too. Yes, February 2024 on the Jubilee. That's the February celebration, along with the 13th wedding anniversary. Alaska cruise in June 2024. Oh yeah, yeah. You're definitely keeping the party going all year. It's a big year. Enjoy, enjoy, enjoy. No workout today. I'm getting ready for a friend's birthday dinner. Oh, that's so funny. Well, we all say happy birthday. The cancers have to stick together. But anyway, so before I could contact Siobhan, I was trying to get in touch with Carnival and see if I could order that headband, since I didn't pick it up when I was on the ship myself. And I did eventually get a response from Carnival, and they sent me what they said was the link to the fun shop, right? So I thought, oh, that's going to be really cool. There was a ton of stuff I'm sure I didn't see. Now I just got off the ship, so really, what do I need to buy? But clearly I missed some things. So I was super excited to get the link, and I went on and was looking around. Oddly enough, I did not find that headband through the link that they sent me. I see the Bud Files saying, "Hi, missed you coming in. Hi, Bud Files. How are you? Thank you, thank you, thank you for coming in." Oddly enough, that headband that I was looking for was not on this link. But in the mail, just before I came on, I got what I actually did order from that website. So I will show you. Are we ready? Are we ready for more Carnival stuff? More Carnival goodies? This is, of course, Carnival Choose Fun. This is Christmas ornaments. I guess I was feeling that Christmas in July. So there's a funnel. Oh, a funnel. Looks like a little island and a ship. Now I don't know if this actually has a ship name on it, but it's a Carnival cruise ship. So I'm getting ready. I'm getting ready for my thank you. I'm getting ready. Getting that holiday spirit way early, but I'm happy to celebrate birthdays too, apparently. And then there's something else in this box that I don't really remember. It's like a brooch. I guess this is meant to be the funnel as well. Pull it up. So that's what I got. That's what I got from the Carnival Fun Shop link that they sent me. It had stuff. Obviously, I can't say I didn't find anything, but it did not have the one thing that I was really looking for, and it was not like the full shop with all the T-shirts and hats and all of that kind of stuff. But I was happy that they responded and that they sent the link, because I wasn't sure how long it would take for them to get to all of that. So I have Christmas ornaments now. Cute. So that was that. What I actually was gonna talk about, now it seems like kind of a downer after after the shopping fun. Did you guys hear about the ship that I think it's the Carnival Pride that was in Europe, and it basically had some kind of malfunction? I think it's an engine thing, and the folks that were on that ship were they had to stay out at sea for a couple of days before they could get them into port and help everybody get their travel arrangements so they could make their way home. But so they came back on the 21st, I think, but then like the turnaround cruise, the cruise right after that that was supposed to go back out, um, was canceled. And so, you know, I live in Florida. I like to cruise. I cruise often, and I cruise in the fall too, which is still hurricane season. So I'm always kind of thinking about, the plan B. What would you do? But I don't know that I prepared for that. Would you guys know what to do if you were on a cruise or scheduled to be on a cruise that was leaving from outside of the country, and you basically are stranded? So I am curious to know, like, what is everybody's backup plan at that point? Yep, Keisha heard about it. Yes, Sharon at Sea was on that sailing. Yes, exactly. And I think they put out several vlogs, but I saw one today where it basically was Jamie's talking about it as it was happening and showing, how they were at dinner and they all felt this big jolt and rumble, and the ship sort of stopped, and then how they went from there. It seemed like, and Sharon at Sea and their family, everybody was fine. Nobody was hurt as far as I know on this incident, and they were perfectly calm and fine and thought, okay, it's all gonna work out, and Carnival's gonna take care of us. Now, I know they travel extensively, so maybe they had a backup plan, but I don't think I would have been worried about physical safety like they were not worried about was everybody come to mind. They weren't worried about the ship sinking or anything like that. But what happens when you have to miss a flight or, yeah, what would you do? As long as they have food and drink, I'm cool. Why do I feel like that should be on? Is that on one of your T-shirts? I feel like that's your motto. As long as you got food and drink, man, I'm cool. I'm cool. As long as I was sinking, I called my family and work, then kick back, relax, and the food and water ran out. Seriously, you're not worried. You're just like, okay, okay, it's cool. If it was the way they had it, I would have been great. Yeah. I mean, it definitely seemed very, very under control. Um, I like how Jamie kept showing or he showed the guest services line, and that was kind of like his guide. Like if the guest services line got crazy and long, then he felt like he would have had more concern, but people were remaining calm, I guess, and finding out whatever the updates were and just sort of enjoying it. The most important thing we do whenever we travel is to take all the prescription meds just in case. We have everything else. We will leave the cruise line to figure out how we get home. Yeah. And that's what they did basically. It sounded like they had several options for people. Um, Hey, Tamika Brown. I see people saying hi to you, but I didn't see you come in. Hello, hello. Thanks for coming. Um, they seem like they had lots of options for people. You have a great excuse to miss work. True. Yep, that's true. That is true. um, It is recommended you take 2 weeks of extra medication. Oh, see, I've never heard that before. I feel like that's something my family, we always take extra of that kind of stuff, but more over the counter stuff just in case. And you know about my seasickness. So I always have plenty of that kind of stuff, but that's a great tip as far as the prescription medication. Make sure you have more than enough, not just, your 5, 6, 7 days, however long you're gonna expecting to be gone. Um, I take 2 extra weeks of underdog super energy pills. Okay. You need you yeah, you want to have a good time and not be like low energy. I can't do anything. Hey, Carmelyn for the win. How are you? Thanks for coming in. I appreciate it. Good to see you. If you could take an extended cruise, I would not need most of the meds I take. Yeah. Yeah. If you could just chill out, right? Have a extended vacation to just relax, unwind, not have to worry about the cooking and the cleaning and the working and the yeah, Keisha. You're on to something. You are on to something. Amen, Keisha. Yep, exactly. Yeah, we make sure, oops, what was that? We make sure we bring the bottles with us. Yeah, so we'll be set in the unfortunate case. Yeah, exactly. Like you do think about maybe trying to save space and only using the little, the little pill cases or, putting it up for the days, putting your pills for the days. But yeah, that would not necessarily give you extra in case you need it or in case you were delayed. So smart, 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 smart. Yes, Keisha, Keisha, I agree. Yeah, so I'm sure there were people who some combination of that, right? There are probably people who were over prepared. There probably were people who were under prepared. I do think that the travel arrangements probably would have been the thing that the thing that I would have been most concerned about with rum. Who needs medication? Which is kind of funny because I did this sort of survivalist exercise. No, not really survivalist, but for lack of a better term, that's what we called it in a training. They gave us all these scenarios and how would we as a team use these certain set of very limited supplies to survive and make it back. And of course, there was a bottle of something in every in every one of these scenarios. I think one was we were stranded on a desert island. One was like the moon. One was the desert. I don't know. There was all these scenarios, and of course, most people said, "Well, we need the alcohol. Nothing else. We have to have the alcohol." And we didn't all survive in these mock situations when we went for the rum. So I hear you on the cruise ship. As long as they keep serving him, he's fine. He did mention food first, so he's good. He's gonna have something on his stomach, and then he's gonna have his rum, and it'll be all good. Yes, Captain Jack Sparrow recommends the rum too. Yo ho ho and a bottle of rum. That's what he says. That is funny. So I mean, I imagine that if I was doing a bigger trip like that, a bigger cruise like that, I would have um padded some extra days for travel, some extra clothes because you don't know how how long you're gonna be or what you're gonna need. Yo ho ho. Um, but I don't know that I would have been prepared for the extra travel. Now it sounded like I said, Carnival like gave them choices to either stay on the cruise until it got back to, I think it was going back to Dover, England, to disembark there and then make their way from Dover to London to fly out, or they could have gotten off and done some sort of charter flight from where they were. There were a bunch of names mentioned. I want to say Kiel, was that in Germany? That they could have gotten a charter flight from there. Um, and I know they had, or if they were in no hurry to travel back home to the States or whatever country they came from, um, they could just get a hotel voucher or something like that for the time that they were going to be in, back in Dover, I think, or whatever stop they let them off at. But it sounds like uh, for the during the course of the cruise, they gave them, like $100 ship credit so they could spend on whatever, and they refunded the port fees, of course, for the ports that they missed, and I think there were some other things that were mentioned. But yeah, I just wondered what would you do in that situation? I don't know what I would do. I like to think that I'd be, cool and calm, like Chet and Robin, but I think I might be a little bit concerned about how I was getting home. Yeah, yeah. You don't want to miss your flights across the pond, as they say. But anyway, so how have you guys made out? Have you ever had, I don't want to say a ship disaster because that sounds too dramatic, not like, you know, Titanic proportions, but have you had mishaps when you've cruised? Have you had anything go wrong that you were like, "Ooh, hello, evolving with Etta, how are you? Thanks for coming in." Yeah, I'm talking about this disaster with the carnival. Sorry, I need a better word. This incident with the carnival pride for the folks that were on this cruise in Europe. I'm staying on that ship. Yeah, I think I would, if that was the option, to stay on the ship and take me back to the port that I came in and out of. I think that is a good option. If you're not prepared to sort of, trek across Europe with your multiple suitcases, I say stay there. I say stay there. A storm caused us to miss a port and to go to another one. It was fine. Yeah, that's that's fine. Like, yeah, you might be disappointed that you missed that one port, but you could deal with that. This is going back a few years, but and Kim, if you're still on the chat, I'm sure you will remember this well. We were actually on a cruise when Hurricane Andrew hit. We did not know that at the time. I was not living in Florida, so I was not. We weren't aware of the storms the way we are now, and tracking them the same way weeks out. And so we headed to Miami. We boarded the ship. We went out. We were having a great old time. And one night, I just really wasn't feeling well, and again, because I had the issue with the seasickness, I thought it was just me. So I was kind of like, I don't think I'm going to go to dinner. I'm not going to go to dinner. And then Kim, who was on that cruise with me also, was, yes, I remember. She's usually the cool, calm, and collected one too. So she started not feeling well. It was like, yeah, no, I'm not going to dinner either. And that's when I thought, oh, well, this is not good. So I think we ordered room service, and we had on the TV in the room, and that's when we found out that there was this whole hurricane brewing and churning and everything out in the ocean. And we really had no frame of reference because we were not used to hurricanes, and we did not understand how bad it was until we got back to Miami and saw um, all the damage that Hurricane Andrew left in its wake. Oh, you went out on the Carnival Destiny right after Andrew. Yeah, so you probably remember the airport has some issues. Um, I just remember seeing the damage. Well, I didn't see a lot, because of course they were taking you around that, but I do remember seeing lots of collapsed buildings, roofs missing, trees down, that kind of thing. It looked very intense, and I definitely had not ever been through a hurricane before, so it was a lot. I was definitely ready to get on the plane and just get out of there. So we had a couple, or at least I know it was one really rough night when we were out on the water, right, Kim? But yeah. So I'm glad that we were safe out on the water, and that they had kind of rerouted the ship to go around that storm, or not be directly in its path. But um, as long as it's calm, I'm happy to stay on the ship. Happy to stay on the ship. Hello, Getty. How are you? Thanks for coming in. Good morning to you. Since you said you're so much ahead of us over there. Thanks for stopping in. I appreciate it. Kim saying hi to everyone. Yes, it's good morning there in Indonesia. Thanks for coming in this morning. Yes, we had to tender to take a private island as an excursion. God was with us on that little thing. Yeah, I think that was the same trip that we had. We had a rough tender ride to I don't even know what port we were at that point. But again, we had no reference. We had no idea that there was storms churning out in the Caribbean, and had we known, we probably would not have been on that tender either. But we went. We went. Yeah, it was bad. Yes, it was bad. See what I mean? She's the calm, cool one here. Yes, it was bad. I'm going on and on. She's a woman of few words, but they're impactful. That water was angry. Yes, it's like shaping up into a what Moby Dick. The sea was angry that day. Yes, the water was angry. The water was angry. So, okay, so I kind of like feel like since I'm in Florida now, I've cruised a lot and I know about hurricanes and stuff. I guess I watch the news differently if I'm about to head out on a cruise, or I'll say no, that's okay. I'll reschedule. I'll go another time. Um, but again, I don't know that I would have been prepared for that particular situation of the Carnival Pride, where I'm kind of. I think just the fact that it was a European cruise throws a whole nother monkey wrench into the plans, and I'm not sure that um, I would have been as calm. I hope so. I mean, I don't think I would have been blowing up the guest services desk, but I would have definitely been concerned about, like I said, making those flights so I could figure out how to get home. Hey Z, how are you? Thanks for coming in. Oh, that was Keisha saying hi, but I saw Z come in. Thank you, thank you, thank you. I know Z saw the Carnival Jubilee get out on the water there, right? She's almost done. She's almost done. Last year, I think that was last year, right? And I'm not dogging Carnival at all. I'm only mentioning because these are the stories that are fresh in mind, about the Carnival Freedom last year that had the fire with the smoke, the funnel with the stack, and that ship left out on a Monday. I don't remember what day it was, but um, Z's working out. You're sore. First day of workout, basically working from scratch. Well, be careful. Don't overdo it. the sorry, talking about the Carnival Freedom. It went out on a Monday, and that Monday, I was over at Port Canaveral and I was looking at the ships and filming ships and that kind of thing. So I saw the ship go out and I talked to people who were heading out on that cruise. And of course, you're going out on a cruise. They're all excited and looking forward to it and all that stuff. And so then by that, I don't know what day of the week that was, midweek was when they had the fire and people were scared, of course, and basically trying to figure out how they were going to get home. And so then that's when they always say technically you don't need a passport if you're doing the closed loop cruise, but most people did return with the ship because they I don't want to say most people. I don't know what the breakdown is, but people did return with the ship because of the cost. And if you didn't have your passport, you couldn't have gotten a direct flight out of, I don't remember what island it was, Grand Turk maybe. You couldn't have just flown home on your own. You would have needed to you would have needed a passport to do a direct flight from there. And so they came on home on that ship that they had been having a great time on, but was suddenly without the whale tail funnel. So anyway, I'm sure they had a lovely time otherwise. But again, I don't know that you prepare for those kinds of situations if you know what to do in those kind of situations. Yeah, you think about packing your clothes. Hey, Edna, thanks for coming in. How are you today? Happy Monday. Excuse me. You know about packing your clothes, and you probably pack a couple extra because you're like, what's the worst that could happen? I need to. I stay a couple extra days on the ship. It's fine. It's fine. They've got food. They've got drinks, like Chet says. It's all good. It's just the getting home part that would have sent me thinking. So, anywho, I'm glad you guys haven't had crazy travel experiences. I really don't have those are my only ones that I can think of. How many days left until your cruise, Edna, to Groupcation? Inquiring minds want to know. I want to know. Now, people say that when, like, especially in Europe or if you go abroad, if something happens, they'll just go to the embassy. I don't think they just want us hanging out at the embassy. 16 days to Groupcation. I don't think she's excited about it or anything. That's funny. We're all excited, and Etta, I guess we gotta let it go, huh? We're not gonna make it onto Groupcation this year. We'll try again next year. Yeah, that is coming up fast. But anyway, they always tell you, or I don't know if they tell us this. Maybe they don't tell us this. We just have this in our mind that if anything happens, um, you can go to the embassy. I'm officially jealous of Edna's world. Yes, we all wish we were not only heading out on another cruise in 16 days, but that we were hanging out with Edna because she's a lot of fun, and I think that is going to be a good time. So we will be looking for those vlogs, Edna. It just hit me at 16 days. I guess we can let it go. I don't know. Did anybody win uh, which one did they win? Somebody won Powerball, right? Did they win Mega Millions yet? Maybe we can hold out just a little bit longer. We're going to keep hope alive a little bit longer, Etta. Maybe we can make it yet. Hello, Stephen Tina. How are you? Thanks for coming in. Maybe we can make it. That is definitely going to be a good time. Yeah, it looks like it's going to be a lot of fun. I am curious to see what everybody thinks about Virgin. Um, yeah, I mean, it looks like they have cool things on the ship, but it also looks like it could be so different than the cruises we know. So I don't know. It ain't over till the ship pulls away without you. I don't think we're not above being pier runners at this point. We will run. We will run. We might. Okay, that's right. You hear that, Etta? Don't give up yet, girl. Don't give up. Maybe they will pick my numbers. Maybe. Fingers crossed, toes crossed. Maybe they will. Yes. Go and have fun. And don't be surprised if you have some extras show up. We might. My cousin-in-law wants in on that Mega Millions. Yeah. Come on. Gotta play to win. We gotta play to win. So all right, you guys fill me in because I don't even know. We've been buying tickets for both. I don't know when the next drawing is, and if we have one for the Mega Millions. So I will check as soon as I get off of this. As soon as our Monday mood check ends, I will find out what my Mega Million chances are. This could really solve a lot of things, people. If I had the Mega Millions sitting in my bank account, I wouldn't be worried if the ship was not able to get right back on time so that I could make my connecting flights back into the country. Like, I'll get there. I'll get there somehow. It'll be all good. Um, but anyway, do you guys have that impression too that you could just, if you're traveling abroad and something happens, you can just go to the embassy for help? Or not, if you don't have anything wrong, if you just were in a country and wanted to see the U.S. embassy, that you could just swing on by. I don't think they want you just swinging on by. Yes, no worries then. No worries. It would be all good. um, but I pulled out my little travel hacks book again, and this hack number 137 is talking about the embassy. It says you can get notified by the U.S. Embassy when there's a natural disaster, civil unrest, or emergency by enrolling your trip on STEP, which stands for Smart Traveler Enrollment Program, at step.state.gov. Didn't know that. Never heard of that before. But I don't think that they want you just swinging by. I don't think that's open for tours or anything like that. So only go to the embassy if you actually have a real problem. And then I just was kind of looking to see what else it had in here about sort of emergency situations when you're traveling. And did you guys know that 911 is not a universal number? When you're abroad and need to reach a country's emergency service line, simply dial 112. No SIM card is needed for this either. They make it appear that way from watching television. I would definitely find out if I were going out of the country. And make it appear that you could just kind of stop by. Is that what you mean? And that was the impression I had. Oh, it's the embassy. You can go and see the embassy. And I don't know where I got that. Maybe that was a messaging a while ago, but no. No, I don't think they're going to just stopping by. If you have an actual emergency, yeah, but I don't think there are no tours. Thanks. Yeah, I thought that was a good thing too about 911. Of course, we're not ever thinking about it, but I didn't know there was a way to find out what the local 911 is. So apparently in every country you can dial 112 and that will get you to emergency line. So, oh, you had no idea that it wasn't universal. I think I did know, I knew that it wasn't good everywhere. You know, I knew that was a US thing, but um I had no idea of what it would be for every place else. I mean, just call the operator. I don't know. So 112. Remember that 112. Speaking of other emergency situations, I'm sorry that I'm on this. It's not meant to be a, a downer, but um, you know how we do the muster drill. Of course, we know that we got to put on the in the unlikely event, like tell you on the airplane, in the unlikely event that you need to put on your life vest and you need to get into a lifeboat. I think we got that. If you've cruised before, okay, you got that. But there was this another story. I think this was just today, where somebody decided to how do they say it? A passenger intentionally goes overboard. Um, I don't even know what ship it was. 112. Got it. Thank you. You're welcome. Hey, Maggie, how are you? Thanks for coming in. I appreciate it. Um, Somebody went overboard on a ship today, and I guess they reviewed the security footage, and it was intentional. They didn't fall, they didn't slip, no one pushed them, that kind of thing. So, which is sad, of course. I know that happens fairly regularly on a cruise ship, but um, it made me think of, if you were on a ship and you saw somebody do something like that, or would you know what to do? They train us on how to get to the lifeboat, right? They train us on how to put the life vest on, but how would you alert that somebody needed help? Or I don't remember. I remember seeing a life ring, but I don't know how far they are in between or around the ship. And I definitely wouldn't know how to throw it. I don't think that they're as easy as a frisbee to throw and get it to somebody. So would you know what to do? I definitely wouldn't know what to do other than scream. I wouldn't know what to do. I don't remember seeing necessarily like a pull box or something that you could alert people. Scream. Yeah, exactly, Maggie. I wouldn't know. I wouldn't know either. Um, I wouldn't have any idea. Obviously, I would think I would try to alert a crew member, but if somebody is doing, going overboard and you're the only one who's there to see it, I don't know how I would get help or call for help. So, not to be a downer, but you guys, what would you do? Hey, together we travel. How are you doing? Thanks for coming in. I'm basically, well, I started off by talking about the Carnival Pride and how it wasn't nearly as dramatic as what I'm talking about. People were sort of, or the ship had some trouble and had to be delayed and a cruise canceled because of problems on the ship. But I'm just thinking about other potential problems on ships and whether or not we would know what to do. No, I think that's right. I wouldn't know what to do either. I would scream. Hopefully you could get the scream out. I mean, you think you would be so shocked because when we go on cruises, we think about everybody being, you know, happy and relaxed and just wanting to have a good time, and that is true for, I think, for most people. But you never know what's going on with somebody. Um, and what if the off chance that you happen to be in the vicinity of something like that, that would be very traumatic. And what would you do? Get somebody else to do it. I'd be probably be hysterical. Yeah, yeah. I mean, I think that's true. I think that's. I would love to say that I would. Oh, I know exactly where the call box is, or I know how to reach this person, or I could spot them and keep my eye on it, so I could show. But I would be frantic, and I don't know how. What would be the best way to alert somebody? What if you saw them climbing over the rail? Yell, help, help. It would panic the person. Maybe. I mean, I think that's, yeah. I got nothing, Maggie. So I'm not saying it's wrong. I'm just saying I think it's pretty intentional for somebody to go on a cruise ship and want to do that. So I don't. I would love to think that that would be enough to stop them and kind of, you know, little bring them back, But I don't know if that would be enough if somebody's set on going out that way. Um, I will have to make this a topic for Wednesday morning show. Okay. I'm excited about the possibility of a Wednesday morning show. Um, but yeah, I would love for if anybody knows anybody who has worked on a cruise ship, or you know or any of you who have been on lots of cruise ships, is that something that you take note of? Do you look for the life rings? Are there call boxes or horns, or that is not something that I have ever looked for? Yell man overboard and toss a life preserver. Yeah. Yes, I would love to think that that's what I would be able to do, but I think I'm more in the Maggie category, where I probably would be so shocked and like uh, not able to react fast enough. Um, and I don't know how easy it is to toss a life preserver and get it really to a person who could reach it. And the speed of the ship, before it stops or even slows down, like that'd have to be a really good toss to get it close enough. Um, More reason to start pumping it up. But God forbid we're ever in this situation. I've never paid attention to it. Yeah, that's that's my whole thinking too. Is like I'm sure they're there, and I think I've seen an occasional life ring, but I couldn't tell you exactly what the location is. Are they normally here? Are they normally there? Are they really? I couldn't. I wouldn't be able to say. Um, get Veronica's whistle. That would be handy. That would be handy. We give Veronica a hard time about that whistle, but maybe she's on to something. Maybe she's on to something. You must now have the whistle on you at all times. Especially with my bad aim. Yeah, yeah. I mean, I just think I would love to think that I would be able to help. And like I said, it'd be pretty traumatic if you thought you tried either way. It's traumatic, right? If you witnessed anything like that, it's going to be traumatic. But um I don't want my one bad toss to have been made a difference. So you know what I'm saying. I want somebody who has a little much better shot of getting it to the person um than I would. Most people would record it on their phone these days. True, true. Yeah. And we mostly put the phone on airplane mode. But that's a good point, though. Actually, I wonder if there's any. You'd have to fumble through the app maybe, but I wonder if there's an emergency call thing on the app. Good point. I know that's not what that point you were making, but I'm just trying to work with it. Most people would pick up would pull up their phones. That's true. Um, yes, Keisha. I know you'll be there. um, and would they even grab it if they were trying to kill themselves? True, true, very very true. Yeah, if their intent is to do that, they might not even grab it. But kind of like what you were saying before, hopefully yelling at them or the reality of the water, maybe it's a split second of clarity. I don't know. Um, just toss it in the person's direction. Yeah. Again, I'm just thinking about the speed of the ship and how hard you would have to swim to get to that, or how off that would be, you know, because we don't even know where the life preservers are, right? Where life rings are. So by the time we run, find one, get one, hopefully it lifts off easily, throws it. How far away have we actually traveled from that person? Depends on how fast the ship is going. Yes, the whistle. The whistle. Should we tell Veronica we thought of something, a reason to have the whistle around constantly? Yes, it's just food for thought. Just food for thought. I hope we're never faced with this, and I hope it's not something that we continue hearing about. With the current, that might mess up how you throw. Yeah, yeah, we're gonna blame it on the current, not our poor aim or weak toss. It's the current. It's the current. That ship is moving about 20 miles per hour too. Yeah. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. I mean, I don't think there's really many times where you see no crew members around, but I guess, off hours, late at night, or early in the morning, where there might not be somebody around. I know they have all kinds of drills all the time. So the fastest way to alert them, I think the better. There are cameras everywhere, so Will's man overboard and tossing the life jacket is the best thing the crew staff will hear and respond. Um, yes and no, I think. I mean, I think that there are lots of cameras, and of course, yelling anything, man overboard and tossing the life jacket. If you see it, it can be that calm enough to even do that. But I don't think that they're necessarily going to see you on the camera, because if that was the case, if they saw you climbing up the or over the rail, in theory, you would think that they would be right there, um, and they could respond that way before anything happens. So they're finding stuff after it happens, because they review the footage, not because they spotted somebody in the act of trying to go over and stopping them. So yeah. All right, guys. I'm sorry that turned into more of a downer than I was intending it to be. It was just more of like, uh, if it was me overboard, for sure it was not intentional. I can't swim and need saving, then somebody getting a tail kicking when I recover. Yeah, I mean, you know who you know who you travel with, right? Your people know you, or they know that, no, this ain't, no, we're not losing anybody. we're you're you're if Keisha is climbing over the railing, we must take action now. She's not trying to get in the water like that. So yeah, I mean to make light of it because obviously it's a tragic situation, but I just think as many times as I've been on a cruise ship and done the safety drill, I really have only been thinking about the life vest and getting into the lifeboat. God forbid you need to, but nothing like tossing a ring a preserver. I will come get you, Keisha. I swim great. Can't walk good, but I can swim. You all good too. Keisha, Chet turned into Aquaman to save you. I got you, Keisha. You guys are crazy. Yes. Thanks, Chet. Appreciate that, my friend. Yes, Aquaman. He will turn into Aquaman and rescue you. So I don't know. Maybe next time I'm cruising and I go to do that muster drill, I will ask more questions. More questions. I don't ask any questions except for, do you need to scan my card? The toughest part about the muster drill is finding it that first time, and then it's like, okay, all right, I know where the lifeboat is. Oh man. Well, thanks you guys. Getting saved by a silver Fabio sounds like an adventure. Well, yes, it does. We don't want to get in trouble with Robin though, Keisha. So we're gonna call him Aquaman. I asked where the rum punch is. Yes, we know you're about your rum punch, or just the bottle of rum. No, he doesn't need the fruity part. He just needs the rum. Oh gosh, you guys crack me up. Well, thank you for that. Like I said, it was kind of a rough Monday, but this was good. This was good. I'm supposed to remind you guys that I'm trying to climb my way to partial monetization, trying to get to 500 subs. I think I'm at about 349, something like that right now. So getting close, getting close. If you guys want to tell a friend, tell a friend's friend, your auntie, your uncle, garbage man. Who else am I forgetting? Lady at Walmart, the guy at Walmart, Fabio, Aquaman. Hey, Silver Fabio sounds pretty awesome. Better than Aquaman. Okay. We see you, Silver Fabio. We can make that adjustment. Go tell your mom's kids, your grandkids. That's right. Help me spread the word. And if any of you would be so kind as to run a playlist or two, I will be good for watch hours. I would really appreciate it. Woo, let's go. Same for you, Keisha. You're climbing on up there too, girl. Miss, I don't know if I should start a channel. We're glad you did. Silver Fabio likes that a lot. Oh, you guys are funny. All right. Thank you so much for joining me on my Monday mood check. I hope everybody's mood is good now. If you find out any answers to my crazy questions, please share. I want to know. Want to know where those ring tosses are and how hard it is to actually toss them if we need to. Hey, Randacita, how are you? No worries. Thanks for coming in. I'm sure I will be happy to show my carnival Christmas tree ornaments again as the holiday season gets closer. But I thought that was a fun find. Not as fun as the headband, but if I had to get something, that was a close second. Hey there, Randacita. Robin just told her my new nickname. She loves it. Okay. Does she really love it? I think I'm gonna need to hear Robin actually say that she loves it. You could be pulling our leg there, Jen. I don't know. But we can go with it. Silver Fabio, it is. Yes, you're funny. So funny. But anyway, I hope everybody has a great week. I think I have a couple shorts posting this week, so look for those. Thursday, I have another part of our adventure at Blue Lagoon Island with Edna and Sister Berna. So be on the lookout for that, and hopefully you will enjoy it as much as we did. Another look at that beautiful blue Caribbean water has to be good. Has to be good for you. So be on the lookout for that. I have been listening while driving. We'll definitely run your playlist and share you out. Thank you so much, Team Reese. Appreciate it. I always say Team Reese because you're Team Reese all day. Is that what your motto is? But I appreciate that, Kiki. I know it's you watching. I appreciate that. Yes, have a wonderful week, everybody. Um, Peace and blessings, all. I love it. Thank you. Yes, that hour went fast, didn't it, Keisha? Thanks for hanging with me. I appreciate it. Take care, you guys. Bye. See you next Monday.